You know, the interesting thing about the whole man versus bear conversation was how much it exposed the lack of emotional intelligence that boys and men are socialized with in our society. We got a lot of men who empathized and understood why women chose the bear, and I was one of those guys who understood why. Yeah, I get it. Now, of course, we got the folks on the other side who did the hashtag not all men thing, and I think a lot of that did not just only come from a place of misogyny, but a place of a lack of EQ, of emotional intelligence. They just did not understand how this logically makes sense to women. And if you hear them out, yeah, sure, the argument makes sense. You know, if it's a male bear, you're in his territory, he's gonna eat you. If it's a female bear, her cubs are probably around, she's gonna eat you. If you're a grown woman, you can basically fend off your attacker even if the man is a psychopath. Now, this is of course a solid logical argument. The problem with it, it doesn't actually take women's experiences and traumas into account. For the men who are out there saying this, y'all need to understand something. The women know that. They know there's a great chance, probably 90%, that the bear is gonna eat them. But the question then becomes, why would they choose that fate over dealing with some random dude? And it's because with the bear, that's probably the worst thing that's gonna happen. With a man, things are a little bit more unpredictable. Again, yeah, because if a man attacks them in the woods and these women get violated or abused or made into some sort of sexual slave, even if they're able to escape and make it back to civilization, their trauma isn't actually over. Then comes the questions such as, were you worrying on this hike? Did you lead this crazy man on? Why weren't you just nice to this psychopath in the woods? You were probably trying to get away from a boyfriend to make him jealous. Was it really a psychopath who had you that 3 weeks? These are questions and assumptions women deal with when they get violated by someone who's not a psychopath in the woods. So what makes you think this time is going to be different? There also seems to be a very weird issue of a lot of y'all internalizing this like, oh, I'm not that type of person. And you know what? That's fine, because I'm not either. But y'all, she doesn't know that. Better the devil you do than that you don't. And again, the worst a bear is going to do is eat her. Now, if you come to this post with like the whole she ain't gonna let you hit bro, first of all, nah, I'm not worried about that. And secondly, you're literally proving the point of why they chose bear. A lot of y'all need to understand that you can empathize with the woman without trying to get in her panties. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Dark is beautiful, y'alls. Peace.